Saggy, sweetheart, how are you? I hope that you're well. I hope you're fabulous. My name is Yvonne. You might know me as Luna with LT Reads. Today, we are doing a reading and looking at the person on your mind. We're going to do an extended Celtic cross, have a look into their current feelings, a little bit into the past, a little bit of advice, the potential future, and close the reading off with some oracles and affirmations for you. I have set the intention of this reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, and Venus placements. If you find that it doesn't resonate, go ahead and check your other placements. If you don't know what they are, there is a free calculator in the description box below. Check that out. And only take what resonates, leave behind what does not for another viewer. If you like my style, you want to book a private reading with me, you can do that on my website or on my Facebook page. And finally, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Get the message across to another Saggy who may help need it, help the channel grow, support a homie, and let's get it done. Did I say that I hope you had a happy Valentine's Day? And that you're showered with love? Sorry, I got a little bit lost in these introductions, but I do hope that for you. And without further ado, my darling Sag, this is a special reading. I've got my little baby Saggy gaming in the room next to me. So if you happen to hear some call-outs, do pardon that. And let's go ahead and do this for the person on Saggy's mind. What is their current energy looking like, please? The person on Saggy's mind. Thank you. We have the Hermit. I see this person spending a lot of time alone, kind of being more of a homebody, not socializing all too much, at least in the 3D. They may, be spending a lot of time just texting or talking with their friends through social media, things like that, but they're reflecting on themselves, their past, their future. What's their current challenge? Thank you. The Five of Swords in reverse. It looks like they're trying to avoid conflict here. They are trying to stay out of drama, try and keep a clear mind. What do they need to focus on? The person on Saggy's mind. Wow, thank you. The King of Wands in reverse. Either they are very frustrated with you, or they feel like you are frustrated at them. Or definitely somebody's angry here. What's in the past and leaving? The Six of Pentacles. Equal give and take is leaving. A feeling of mutuality or reciprocity is no more. That's interesting. What's in their strength? The High Priestess in reverse. Their strength is keeping no contact with you. Basically, not talking to you, not telling you anything, keeping things to themselves. It could be the opposite, but I more so feel like it's not, but we will clarify that and see. What's in the near future for Sag and the person on their mind? The Page of Swords and the Five of Wands. There could be potential conflict here between you in the near future, or the other way that I can read this is they are the Page of Swords is my spying card, so they're keeping an eye on you through your social media, through whatever means that they possibly can. Maybe you have mutual friends, things like that, but they're trying to, they want to communicate with you, but they don't want to cause conflict, I think. They're afraid that it could potentially cause a fight. I don't know what it is they want to talk about, considering somebody is potentially angry or upset about something here. But let's go ahead and look into the advice for you, Sag. Or for the person on your mind, rather. The Devil. Ooh, gotta love it when that comes out in the advice. That's going to need clarification, but the Devil is a tricky one. It can represent fear. It can represent insecurity. It can represent passionate addiction or other types of addiction, codependency, a very wide scope and multitude of things there. So I'm not really sure what I'm picking up from there at the moment without clarification. Let's look at the environment. Devil being the advice is very interesting. The environment is the Nine of Swords. So either they or you or both of you are thinking about this very heavily. It's steering into a area of overthinking here, where we're like being kept up at night. It could be depression at times when we're thinking about it so heavily and sorrowfully. May not be for everybody, but that's a specific message. Just because the person in this card, you know, just is so upset. Okay, so let's look at the hopes and fears. Whoa! The Wheel of Fortune. That looks like it's in reverse. The hopes and fears for this person, basically they're wondering, is this really over? But at the same time, like, if we were to reconcile, would anything change? Would it just be the same thing over again? That one is always an ouchies. Okay, and then in the potential future, the Sun in reverse, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and the Hanged Man in reverse. Oof. After a long period of time, Saggy, it looks like your person has tried to reflect upon this, whatever has happened between you two, and, you know, try and gain perspective of all angles. They've tried and analyzed it from your side, put themselves in your shoes. Obviously, they have their own angle as well, but they've kind of come to realize through this period of reflection, and, you know, this is a long pause of being independent and alone. The Hermit, High Priestess, Hangman, these are all not only major arcana, but cards that indicate independence and withdrawal from society, if you will. But anyways, coming out of this period of thought, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse suggests that they are no longer willing to commit or invest in this, or they may feel like that's you. And so, I mean, if you're not willing to work on it, why would they? Or like, what kind of hope is there left? There's really none, it seems like, with the Sun in reverse. It feels like when they reflect upon this, it also brings them a deep sense of sadness. There's, you know, the Sun in reverse is the opposite of happiness. It's about not feeling any sense of light or joy or abundance, and also lacking clarity and focus and a vision for the future, about lacking optimism, really. Okay, so Sag, let's go ahead and clarify these cards for you, my love. Let's look at this Hermit first. Why is the Hermit in the current position for the person on Sag's mind, please? Thank you. Death in reverse. Oof. Saggy, they are reflecting a lot on the past. The main reason why is because they're still having a really hard time letting this go. This is a past energy for you, okay? So we're looking at a past relationship here for you. If this isn't your reading, don't take it. And I feel like, with that being said, the reason why they're spending a lot of time alone is because it's caused them a lot of pain, you know, the ending of this cycle between you two, but also they're like, I'm not ready to move on to anything else. I need some time to heal. So with this Five of Swords in the challenge position, why? Whoa, that's too many. I'm seeing a lot though there, okay. I'm not going to take those. Why is the Five of Swords in the challenge position, please? They don't want to... The Devil in reverse. Ooh, that's a double confirmation here, but we have it upright on this side in the advice. There's something that this person is avoiding addressing. They're fearful of addressing it because they feel it could potentially cause conflict. But these are important feelings or emotions that need to be addressed. And the fact that they're avoiding it is a challenge and also advice. So that's a pretty strong message there. I don't know what exactly that is. You would probably have a better idea. Whatever it is that comes to mind first, if this reading resonates for you, is likely what it is, right? But I do feel like they think it's their responsibility to initiate this conversation. So what they need to focus on with this King of Wands, who's angry here? What is this King of Wands? Please tell me. Thank you. That's way too many. Ugh. Show me this King of Wands, please. Well, thank you. All right. They said, you're going to yell at me? I will throw one at you. Ugh. My goodness. Pardon me. We have the Three of Swords. Okay. Okay, so this could be actually both of your energies. I feel like they could be angry because they felt hurt, deceived, or betrayed by you in some way, shape, or form. On the other hand of things, they may feel like you are mirroring that energy. So like you feel the very exact same way about them towards you, right? So either way, it doesn't really matter who feels what. It's going to be difficult to approach this. So why is the Six of Pentacles leaving and in the past? The sense of mutuality, reciprocity, equal give and take, balance. Why is that leaving? The Fool in reverse. Because they are afraid that... And the Four of Wands in reverse. I got a bonus card there. Yeah. This past relationship that you had, where there was happiness and joy and equal balance. Both of these cards, actually Six of Pentacles and the Four of Wands, speak about balance, structure, comfort, two people, giving, investing, yada, yada, yada. That is leaving. That was gone. That's been gone. Now we have to take a risk towards this again, which is what we desire. But are we willing to do that? Are we willing to take that gamble? Yeah, I don't know. That's something that is weighing very heavily, I think, in their mind. In the Strengths, the High Priestess in reverse. So this keeping things hidden, being a little bit secretive about feelings. The Eight of Wands, yes. This is a person that likes, that they don't mind keeping their feelings to themselves during this time, Sag. They feel like they're telling me that's a strength. They're like, I'm not going to get burned by that. I'm not going to take initiative when it comes to taking action or making that communication. That ball is in their court. This may be a very intuitive person. They could be spiritual, but sometimes the High Priestess represents that. That's just like a side message. Anyways, in the near future with the Page of Swords and the Five of Wands, what is that about? Please. Let's see. Why is that there? Why? Whoa. I'm going to take all of those. Just, I feel inclined to. Page of Swords to the Five of Wands, to the Nine of Wands in reverse, to the Two of Pentacles in reverse, to the Emperor, to the This Might Hurt. Yeah. They're just watching you for now and observing, not taking any action because they feel like they're already at a point where they're emotionally overwhelmed and exhausted when it comes to this bond. They've tried and tried time and time again, and it's like, okay, now I just kind of want to throw my hands up in the air. They've been juggling this for a long time, and they've now made that active decision that they no longer want to, because with the Emperor here, they're trying to take control of their stability, of their kingdom, of their... I don't know. This is like them stepping into their self-awareness and claiming their power, right? So that's probably a large reason why they feel so, I don't want to say entitled, but they feel justified in withholding communication, action, even though we see them reflecting on you and not being able to let this go, and potentially even being angry about the loss of this. It's a lot of... the Emperor does have a little bit of pride and dignity involved, okay? So saving face could apply here. When it comes to them wanting to avoid conflict, this might hurt. They don't want to feel rejected. This person may be a little bit of like a victim mode type person. They might feel like the world is against them in every situation that they've talked about to you in their past. You know, you might find them pointing fingers or blaming the other person or speaking poorly about other parties, and they never really take accountability. With the Emperor here, you know, I don't feel that too strongly, but sometimes we can get into that mindset, right? So that might just be where they're at right now. With the Devil here in the advice, I wouldn't want to see this. Thank you. The Three of Wands. Okay. So when it comes to taking an action, making communication with you, any of that, Three of Wands and the Devil is like a little bit manipulative. They're waiting for you to make the first move. I've already kind of said that. But they consciously know that. Even though they're waiting for you to make the first move, we still see them thinking about it heavily, ruminating about it, losing sleep over it, potentially even. So, show me why this Nine of Swords is in the environment. Thank you. The Eight of Swords, whoa, regression, 9 to an 8 to the Page of Cups in reverse. Yeah, they're thinking a lot about how there's no apology coming in here. There's no emotionality being offered, no vulnerability here. You're not doing anything, I don't think, either. And I think that upsets them. Playing this game is upsetting them more than it's helping them. I'm calling it a game. This feels like a mind game. We don't like that. It feels a little bit vindictive. What's this Wheel of Fortune in reverse, please? For the hopes and fears. The Star in reverse. Yeah. We're kind of starting to lose hope and optimism for this. I kind of mentioned that before with the Sun. Star and the Sun. These cards love coming out together lately, and it's such an odd pairing. But wow, it's really interesting to see as a reader. But anyways, the Wheel of Fortune also speaks about fate. Maybe this wasn't meant to be. And we're now realizing that. Not only are we realizing that, and it's a painful cycle, but we also have to try to now heal from it. Is there really any hope? I don't think so. So let's take a look at this future, please. The Hanged Man in reverse with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse and the Sun in reverse. We have the Knight of Wands. Saggy, that is you. Oh, and look at the Hanged Man again. A double message there on the bottom of the deck. They would really love to move towards you, but they're not going to. They're just gonna... That Hanged Man there is going to stop them from doing anything. Do they have a lot of passion towards you? Yes, I think this person's very attracted to you. I think that they find you very exciting, to say the least. But let's clear this board, Sag. And I want to have a look at you real quick and see what you're saying. I'm always intrigued to see if mirroring energy comes out. It quite often does. And in this particular case, with both of you thinking about each other, what I want to say I feel the most is that in this reading, what I've noticed is that there's no actual action. Like, there's no 3D energy. It's more internal energy. Everybody's thinking this is all in your head, right? So... let's look at the hidden, not the hidden truth, pardon me, the light seers for your feelings, sweetheart, towards the person on your mind. My darling Sag. How does Sag feel about the person on their mind, please? What are they thinking right now? How does Sag feel? Thank you. Justice and the Lovers. Yeah. I mean... Again, if it's not your reading, don't take it. But you made a decision here, or you are in the midst of making a decision. You're at least reflecting upon this connection very vividly with the Lovers. You want to bring a sense of balance, fairness, and equality to this union. Are you really going the right way about doing it? That's something that you may need to reflect upon. internally, right? Have a quiet chat with yourself about that. Justice has a light and a dark side. We can use it for good, and sometimes it can be out of a little bit of a dishonest or deceitful place. When it comes to balance, justice, accountability, honesty, communication, it does take, with this being a relationship reading, two people, two partners to equally provide that, right? And we can't expect apology without offering it. We can't also give an apology with an expectation that the other person is going to react whatever way. We have to do it just for the sake of our own morals, because we feel, I don't know, like we need to, or like it will help us feel better in some way, right? And also when there's a sense of conflict, we need to take into account what we might have possibly done or said, or how we've acted to instigate or fuel the fire a bit more, or, you know, there may have been ways that we could have resolved the conflict better, or whatever, right? Like, so there's a lot of questions that we need to ask ourselves inward when it comes to that. But clearly, you know, I think if not reconciliation romantically, I feel like just, I hate saying finding closure, but feeling like you're at a comfortable place with this person where there's no animosity is something that you are both kind of seeking. It feels like there's a little bit of like awkward tension that's drifting in the air, you know? So let's see what we get for your relationship oracle, my darling Sag. And then we will pull an affirmator to close the reading. And I hope that this helps a beautiful Saggy out there. Oh, that was really strange. Okay. For Sag, please, let's get some relationship advice. What do we need to hear for Sag regarding this relationship, this bond, and this dynamic? Will it help bring this reading together? I love it when that happens. Let's see what will come out for my beautiful Sag. We've got Darkest Fears, number 9, and Listen, number 2. We will read both of those for you, darling. Let's start off with Listen, first of all. 33 may also have some relevance to you, darling. The keywords here are see, hear, sense, quiet, intuition, and knowing. Take a moment to quiet your mental chatter and listen. In relationships, it's important to pay attention to what the other person is really saying. Too often in conversations, you're already planning what you're going to say while the other person is still talking. You make assumptions about where the conversation is going and plan your part of the conversation accordingly, even working the conversation to a desired outcome. When this happens, you don't truly hear what the other person said, and in doing so, you weren't present for that person. Listening starts with becoming quiet, centered, and totally present. Listening involves many senses. Use your eyes to see the body language of the other person. Use your ears to hear not only the words spoken, but also the tone used to express them. Use your intuition to get a sense of what the person is really saying and feeling. Intuition often helps you hear what is not said as well as what is said. This is crucial to understanding the person or situation. Understanding is essential to improving the relationship or situation. Remember once again to center yourself and use all of your senses to understand what is actually being communicated. Listening is a gift. Give this gift to your partner, parents, children, friends, co-workers, pets, and anyone you meet. Most importantly, give this gift to yourself. Tune into your mind, body, and soul. Are you listening? What do you hear? Your affirmation here is, I honor myself by being present and truly listening to the messages I hear. And the traditional tarot archetype is the High Priestess, which we saw. Okay. And let's look at the Darkest Fears, number 9. I believe this is Swords. Yeah. Number 133. Oh, double 33 there. 3333. Maybe an angel number that has relevance to you, or just 333. 9 of Swords. We did see that in your reading as well. 2 double confirmation messages. That's cool, Sag. 133. Darkest fears here we have keywords anxiety, doubt, resolve, and release. Having love in your life is crucial. When a relationship does not go as planned or when a desired relationship does not materialize, it's easy to lose yourself in worry and doubt. You may even question your own worthiness. It's easy to become obsessed with all of your darkest fears regarding love. Don't let your anxieties paralyze you into a total state of inaction. Dwelling on your worries only feeds them with energy, allowing them to consume you and overshadow everything else. Take a moment to determine what might be troubling your heart. The anxiety may be obvious or quite subtle. Once you identify it, decide if it is something you can resolve on your own or if you need assistance, and then take the appropriate action. If you determine that it's a worry over which you have no control, ask Spirit or your friends, family to help you release it. All right, darling Sag. Let's close this reading off with an affirmator for you, my love. Whoa. That's a chunky shuffle. I do not like that. Let's do a couple here. Okay. For Sag, please, what affirmator do they need to hear to close this beautiful reading? Please and thank you. For Saggy, thank you. Ups and downs. I see life as an incredible ride, and I'm lucky to be on it. Yes, the ups and downs make me want to puke sometimes, but they're also what make things fun and interesting. And when you look back, even puking on yourself makes for a good story. Don't forget to hold on tightly to that sense of faith, optimism, and positivity that you harness, my Sag, and look back upon your past difficulties, all of those tumultuous and strenuous times, and commend yourself for being such a warrior, you know, for coming out of it so strong, for learning the lessons that you have, for being so resilient, and, you know, not wearing that pain like a badge of honor, but rather growing so much stronger from it and using that strength to push you through your further endeavors, romantically, in general, and personal, in your careers, in anything that you may do. Okay? Laughing about, there's something to be said about laughing about your past difficulties, you know, having a little bit of sense of humor about it. Oftentimes, and I have Sag in my placements. I'm a Sag rising, so I understand. We can be very impulsive and adventurous, but we can also be very quick to be our own biggest critic and judge ourselves. So don't ever discredit yourself, Sag, for what you're going through, what you have gone through, and know that you have the strength to go through whatever is ahead. Good luck. Love and light until we meet again.